Yeah, we're rolling. Episode number 71. We're over here at SKR Studios. Check it out. So I just moved in to our new location for SKR Studios, and the first month we're in, there's road work going on. There's major road work going on. So guess what? I got to set a major gate on this microphone so you guys don't pick up the rumblings of everything that's going on out there. I mean, they're moving quick. They're fixing up old downtown Santa Ana, but of course, the first month I'm in, the road work is just going crazy. But it's okay. We deal. I know how to use a noise gate. A noise gate drops out any outside noise other than my voice for the most part. So if you hear things drop in and out, that's exactly what that is the noise gate. But check it out. Here's what was on my mind. So I live off of 2nd Street in Long Beach, California. And there's some art galleries, okay? And these art galleries are garbage. Like, what the fuck? It does the... See, I love art. I love oil paintings. I love all kinds of art, sculptures, whatever. Something that inspires me, right? Music, movies, whatever. These things inspire me to do my art, to go to work, to imagine how some of these creative people did this and what they were thinking and things like that. But when I walk by some of these art galleries off of 2nd Street here in Long Beach, like I say here, I'm not sitting in Long Beach now, but it looks like a 5-year-old did it. It to me, now my girl has a good thought on this. You know, art is expression and it's subjective to whoever's looking at it. But are we calling it art if I'm not even going to say me, if a 5-year-old kid just picked up a paintbrush and started throwing colors on a canvas, is that art? Was that expression, or is this kid just going, man, just throwing art? Or throwing art, see? Slip. Or is it, is it a cop-out? I think it's a cop-out where you want to be this artist, this deep artist, but you got no talent. So you pick up a paintbrush and just start throwing shapes on that any child can do. Any child with no brain. Any child that is, say, even brain dead. Let's just say a brain dead child. This is what a brain dead child can do. And I wish I took a picture of this one gallery because it was the worst art I've ever seen in my life. If we're going to call it art. Are we calling it art? Because who's to say what is art and isn't, I guess, right? But I could go on about this shit because we were at the Hammer Museum one time in Los Angeles, and one of the pieces of art, I'm not even joking, was a blank white canvas with a pencil mark on it. It's just one little mark, and of course it's in the modern art section. I got to tell you, if this is what we're calling modern art, I'm out. I want no part of that. I want no part of this ironic hipster type art. It's fucking terrible. And not only it doesn't inspire me, it does the opposite. It makes me angry. Which I guess here we go. Which I guess would be art. I guess that would be art because it is invoking a feeling in my body, which is hate and anger. And why does it make me angry? Why does it make me angry? I think because there's just something about pretentious little posers, man. There's just something about it. I don't know what it is, but and another one of the pieces of art, you ready? Was a banana taped onto the wall. Come on, guys. Come on. I don't care who you are. Can somebody argue this with me? You can go, well, it's art because it's definitely giving you a feeling. Yes, it is. It's giving me a feeling of let's get the fuck out of here because this museum put this shit up. So I got zero respect for this museum, the Hammer Museum. Get the fuck out. Now there was some nice pieces in there, but I mean it's not like the Getty, right? Got these beautiful Greek god statues and these pieces from ancient times. I mean that's beautiful, and it definitely inspires you because that stuff, man, they didn't even have tools back then. In theory, there's a whole conspiracy on that. But they didn't have tools to make these fine line pieces of art and sculptures and jewelry and wall engravings. That's amazing. And it inspires you. You're just like, oh my God, this is incredible. How did these guys do this? So walking by these horrendous art galleries in Long Beach, it pisses me off because I know some great artists. Now, a lot of these guys are tattoo artists and things like that in Long Beach, but they are good artists. But you don't see them have a gallery I guess their tattoo shop technically is their gallery and the bodies that they tattoo. But this is not art, guys. This is a 5-year-old's, this is a pretentious cop-out for someone who didn't want to do the work, who doesn't have any imagination and no talent, no skill, no drive to get better. That's what it brings out in me. I go, these people this gallery here on 2nd Street has no drive to be better. They're just going to settle for being lame and weak and unable to make a good piece. So they're just drawing this 5-year-old's face on a canvas, a 5-year-old's piece of art on this canvas. And it took them probably 5 minutes. 5 minutes tops, not counting the drying of the paint. And then they open a gallery and go, oh, I want to show you what I was feeling. Like, get the fuck. You feel nothing. You feel nothing. You have no idea who you are. You're a 38-year-old woman who has no idea who the fuck you are. And you're lost. So, here we go. This is my argument to me. I guess that could be art. Because that's what I feel when I walk by. I go, this woman is a lost woman that I do not want to talk to. I think it evokes the feeling of, I want no part of you. Because I feel you're going to just draw the energy right out of me. You're going to draw the positive energy out of me. You're going to draw the drive, the enthusiasm, the testosterone right out of me. I feel that. But let's go on the other spectrum, where it's like Laguna Beach. If you guys have ever been to Laguna Beach in California, there's a lot of great art there. Really, there really is. It's a very upscale community, beach community. It's very upscale. It's very nice. A lot of great restaurants and things like that. But the art is fantastic. And one of my favorite artists, Vladimir Kush. If you guys don't know who Vladimir Kush is, this guy's incredible. This is something, when you look up his art, you don't even understand how he came up with that. You can't even imagine how he came up with it. And immediately when you look at it, I mean, let's just talk about his paintings, because he'll make sculptures and brass sculptures out of his paintings, which even motorcycles out of his painting. It's incredible. The man is I mean, he's almost not even human, in my opinion, how good he is. So but you look at some of these pieces, and you're constantly seeing different things and what he puts in there, and he paints a whole entire world of something that you wouldn't even understand, something that maybe is in Alice in Wonderland or something like that. I mean, but it's not even that trippy to where you're like, oh, stoner trippy, yeah. His work is incredible. It makes you feel like you're in another world. It's fantastic. I mean, it's really fantastic. I'd like to look at it while I'm dropping acid or something. But then it's the other spectrum of the garbage that is being spewed out into these, where this woman opened up this gallery, which means she had to pay, let's say she paid $2,300 a month to have this gallery on 2nd Street. With the lack of that much talent, where is she coming up with $2,300 to get that space? Shall we come up with some ideas? Well, okay, all right. She's maybe a model. I did not see this woman. I just walked by and read about her ideas, because they put where she comes from. There was no picture of her on the front, and I didn't spend that much time. I had to get the hell out of there. It's in the window. It's in the front window, so I didn't even walk in. But where is she coming up with this money? That's my question. That's my question on a lot of these very untalented motherfuckers is, where are you getting this money to open up this gallery and pay monthly on this thing? Now, I guess maybe, people get money from all kinds of ways, whatever. It doesn't, somebody in their family died, because I can't imagine they earned it. With no talent, I can't imagine they earned it. At least not with that talent. At least not with that art talent. They earned it with something else. Now, maybe she's an OnlyFans model. I hear there's some good money in there. God bless you. All right? I hear there's, or whatever. You're got a divorce. Husband's paying for that. Okay. Got it. Husband's paying for that in alimony. It's a good move. Because I know that's how my neighbor's getting cash. Because look, my neighbor got a pretty sweet place. And I'm going, what, you got no job. She has no job. Come to find out, she definitely sued her ex. So, boom, now she gets to live in this beautiful place. Sounds like I'm bitter. I'm not bitter. I say, look, I'm really not bitter. I say, get your money where you can get it. If you're not hurting anybody, get it. Fuck it. I ain't mad at you. Make that money. But I got to tell you, man, this art, what we're calling art, the name of this podcast is quote unquote art. This art is definitely art. I'm changing my own mind right now. And here's why it's art. Because not only did it make me angry, not only did it frustrate me, not only did it make this Vladimir Kush look incredible to me, well, so that's art, I guess, invoking a feeling, a passion about something. And I love art. I love to draw. I like to paint. My paintings aren't the best, I'll be honest. But I got some good ones. I got some good ones out there. My drawings are good, I'm tatting on people when my tats are good. Okay? But I'm gonna be honest. I'm honest with myself. When I put out a piece of shit, I know it's a piece of shit. I know I am honest with myself. Is this woman on 2nd Street here, is she honest with herself? Does she know that she's a fraud? Does she know that what she's putting, this is, see, I'm changing my whole mind through this whole thing. It's definitely art. And here's why, because it's making me feel this way. I'm doing a whole podcast on this bitch. I'm doing a whole podcast. So it definitely is art. I think I'm changing my mind here. But it's bad art. That's what we can say. We can call it art, but it's bad art. I guess it's like a bad movie, right? When you just see a horrendous movie. Just it's art. It's an artistic expression of the director, the writers, the actors, but it's bad and it sucks. And so I think I guess if every piece of art was good in the world, I guess if every piece of music was good, there would be no room for good music. There would be no room for good art. You wouldn't know what good art is because it's all awesome. It's like the same thing as it's like the same thing as if you're happy all the time. Right? If you've ever done ecstasy, you're just in ecstasy. It's incredible. You feel great, right? You feel fantastic. But if you felt like that all the time, you wouldn't know what happiness is anymore. You wouldn't understand what it's like to be low. You wouldn't understand what it's like to be high. You wouldn't understand what it's like to enjoy yourself. Here's a great example. because we talk about this a lot, is my ability to get excited about stuff, my ability to have a lot of fun. And here's why. Because I think throughout my life, I have definitely had a blast, a lot of fun many times throughout my life. And I've done some extraordinary things in my book and in other people's book. And some people, I'm just a normal bloke. But I would have to say I've done some extraordinary things. So sometimes it's hard for me to get excited with stuff, with normal things, with going to parties or shows. My brother asked me the other day, sorry, boy. My brother asked me the other day, he goes, do you still get nervous before you go on stage? I go, no. I go, not a little bit. And my brother said, no, not even a little bit. I go, no, I don't think I get nervous anymore. I think it's left me. I get nervous when I'm in for a job or say an audition that I really, really need or want. And I think that's the problem because I never get them when I'm nervous. But I get jobs when I don't give a fuck, when I don't give a shit. But I do the best I can. But if I don't get it, I'm not going to, throw my lunch away on that. You know what I mean? So I do feel that there's a level, serotonin, right? I want to make sure I say that's right. Serotonin. I know I mispronounce words all the time, which I'll listen back sometimes. I go, come on, Ian. Jesus Christ. Get your vocab better. Come on. Get your vocab working. But I think my serotonin level has been through the roof with, touring and doing a lot of fun shit and doing a lot of crazy shit. I think so in normal life, I kind of, sometimes, which I'm trying to get out of, but I take for granted, normal good times. Now, I think that maybe that's answering my question with this art thing. Maybe it's just, I've seen such great art in my time of living here that when I see this garbage, it makes me crazy. And I guess you could say that about any sort of art, right? I guess like if an electrician is passionate about his work, right? And he goes in and he has to rewire some stuff and he has to get, say, our studio up and running and running off the ground correctly. And then he sees how shit was put together just, haphazardly. He loses his mind. He's like, this is garbage. Who did this? And because he's driven, he's passionate about his job. And I think there's something to be said there. Be passionate about your job. I think this is what I was feeling during this episode of looking at this woman's art that she's calling art, is that I don't feel the passion. I think there's no passion. There's a song by Rants, you got no passion, it's all fashion. That's what I feel that is. There's no passion there, man. There's no, it's just fashion. You just want to be an artist. You want to hang out with artists. You want to talk ironically and act like you've made something of yourself. But I feel it's a cop-out. I feel it's a pretentious cop-out. Boy, that fired me up. Didn't it? Boy, that pumped me up. So, but I think maybe it's good because what it did, it's making me want to step it up. I'm in my studio right now. I'm about to lay down some guitar tracks. I'm not going to skimp now. I'm gonna give it everything I got. I'm not going to just put down some stuff and go, well, that's good enough. I hate that. I hate that's good enough. When I'm in the studio and I'm recording a band, they go, that's good enough. I don't like that. Is that good enough? Fuck that, man. No. Is that the best you got? I like that. That's the best I can do. See, that I understand. I don't understand. That's the best I got. Here in the punk rock world, guys, I hear we're just a punk band. It's good enough. I hate that. I fucking hate that, man. You got to step it up. You got to step it up, especially if there's musicians out there that think punk bands just get away with making noise and screaming over it. go fuck yourself. Hell no. That's got to go. And if you fall into that category, get the fuck out, man. That sucks. I want no part of you. So we're going to step it up in this studio. You better believe that. So I'm fired up. I'm fired up, man. Anyways, guys, I got to get out of here. But I appreciate you listening to me on this one. I do feel better. I got to be honest. I feel a little better about that lady's shitty art. I'm going to go try to make mine better. I'm out of here, guys. Cheers.